We both had our minds, how are we not compatible? Say I pushed you out the door and you did what you had to do. Now you play the victim, like I wasn't impacted too. Should be a movie star, mind you so good at acting new. You like us as strangers, me I think it's impractical. But she said that she deserves much better for as long as she fought. Guess our bond wasn't as strong as I thought, we'll never know.
What's going on, folks? There's nothing better to do. I'm Blockzilla, you're watching the No Judgment Zone. Today I have my guy with me, Joe Budden. What's going on?
What up?
I'm good, man.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you too. All Love Lost. First question, why isn't it on Tidal?
Why isn't it on Tidal?
Yes, not on Tidal.
I'm not certain about that.
Yeah,
I don't have the answer to that.
It should be on Tidal. It is on Apple Music.
It's on Apple Music.
And I signed up for Apple Music, and they said I already had an account, so I don't have an account.
I'm gonna text Jay-Z and ask him.
Yeah, I think he's hating on you. No, let me start. So what's going on? How's the album doing?
Amazing body of work.
Yeah.
Really good project that I put a lot of my blood, sweat, tears, heart, and soul into. Really proud of it. I can't wait for people to hear it. It's just a really good album.
I saw the Genius interview with Rob Markman, and I went back and I was looking like, where the fuck is this Slaughtermouse track? Where the fuck is this Slaughtermouse track? Then it came out, I think it came out like a week later.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that, and that track was just amazing. You really poured your heart out into that.
Yeah, man, I'm pouring my heart out all over this entire album. I just want to stick to some of the things that I think MCing was frowned upon, like storytelling and lyrics and wordplay, and just a real emphasis on the words and the verses rather than the beats and the hooks.
Yeah.
Great beats and hooks, but a lot of rap.
Are you mumbling on any tracks?
No, I'm not the good mumble guy, man. That works for a lot of other rappers. When I mumble, it just sounds really whack.
You've always I don't feel like you've ever attacked those type of rappers. Like you respected it. I remember I talked to you one time, you said, I don't want to hear my stuff in the club. Why do you think people, I don't want to say hate on it, but just dislike it and just sort of critique it and criticize that form of rap so much?
You know, I'm not sure that people critique that as much as the lack of balance. I think that's what gets attacked a lot. Nothing wrong with that type of music, but there are other types of music out there as well, and it should be equal footing.
I find that people don't...
Maybe not equal footing, but the disparity shouldn't be as large as it is today in hip-hop.
I feel like but people who try to be lyrical, a lot of them aren't good. Like some people who try to be lyrical aren't that great.
True.
Or they don't make great music.
Well, I was about to say there's much more to being lyrical than just being able to rap.
Yeah.
That goes into delivery, cadence, execution. I mean, it goes into a lot of that. And like you said, a lot of them don't make great songs. It's funny because the people that make great songs that can't really rap at all, there's a skill in that. There's value in that. But they wouldn't be able to rap if they tried. The same way the people that can really rap wouldn't be able to make a great song if they're not a great song maker.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've always been a fan of yours, because you do make great songs.
Yeah, I'm too underground for the mainstream. I'm too mainstream for the underground. Yeah. I'm like in a weird pocket.
It's crazy. But you're flourishing in it. You know your audience, you know your lane, and you're prospering in it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can only be me.
Yeah. Couples Therapy.
Couples Therapy.
Another reality show check. I saw that.
Paid handsomely.
Yeah, I saw that you tweeted your friends laugh at your pain. That you're coming out to look like a dick on that show.
Yeah, well, that's what real friends do.
Yeah.
Real friends laugh when you're being a dick. And all my friends are dicks. They're all dicks. So we kind of, a lot of the stuff that was done on the episode that aired, that maybe the general public didn't catch, my friends caught because we're dicks.
What made you do that show? Or say, okay, we gonna go in this and we.
I love therapy.
Yeah.
I love therapy. I've been asked that question a lot on this little promo run that I've been on. What made you do that show? I've been an advocate for therapy since my very first album. Therapy is part of the reason my family moved from Queens to New Jersey. Therapy is part of the reason that I make music the way that I do. If anybody has been the spokesperson for therapy in hip hop, it's been me. So I didn't think it should have came as a shocker to anyone that I would be on a show that had something to do with therapy. I think the confusion came because it was couples therapy, and clearly I'm not a couple with this young lady. But I think they put the emphasis on the wrong word. They put it on couple and not therapy. So it's individual therapy as well.
Yeah.
But we are there together to talk about some things that we both experienced while we were together.
How was your relationship with your exes? Do you have a good relationship with
I'd like to think they're all pretty good. I mean, I would like to. Kaylin and I are great. Like, that therapy helped us tremendously. So we're in a better space than we've ever been. Tahiri and I, we were in an amazing space until I went on TV with Kaylin. So I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I love her. I love Kaylin. I love them both. Not in love, but I love them both.
Yeah, we got a lot of
That's
history
people.
with them. Got a lot of history with them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm one of the people that think you should remain amicable with people you at one time had a bond with. Like, I don't do the whole, oh, we super tight, lovey-dovey for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then we hate each other and never speak to each other again. I don't like that, but I might be in the minority there.
When you write a bar and it's inspired by one of them, do you call them first and say, hey, I'm putting you in the rhyme, or just put it out and let me hear it?
Depends. Depends on how I feel.
Yeah.
I know I used to not do that. I used to not give a heads up or a call or anything because it's my art, my expression, my right, my, you know. And Tahiri said she would like a heads up, so then I started giving her a heads up. Then Kaylin, I just always respected enough to give her a heads up. I even let people hear the song before they come out.
Yeah.
So they're not shocked. So they don't just have an influx of tweets and Instagram comments saying, "Oh my God, you what your wasn't said," you know. So
They ever thought something was about them that wasn't about them?
No. What I experience a lot in my music is women listen to my music to find out shit about me and other women. And I can never say like it's just rap, it's just a song, because nobody believes that with my music, because it's just that authentic, I guess. So I kind of fucking pigeonhole myself that way.
The podcast.
The
The
podcast.
podcast is ruffling some feathers. I feel like
Well, that's what a podcast should do, a successful one.
people, like, we all say the same stuff. We all said the Meek Mill thing, and then when you said it or when you say something, people take offense to it. I feel
Yeah.
like you say a lot of stuff that's common knowledge that we all say, and then when you say it, people get offended.
Well, because these are my peers, quote unquote, number one, right? And for the average consumer, Joe Budden should not be speaking about his peers that way. It would have to be hate because he is not as successful as these people. So he doesn't have a right to speak that way about these people. You guys, on the other hand, y'all are not in this field. Like, y'all do not make music. So you guys can pretty much have free reign to say whatever the fuck you want.
So knowing that, why do the podcast?
I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? Why would I care about that? I'm one of the people that don't really care about what other people think unless I care about what you think. And that group is like very small.
Who are your friends? Other than Slaughterhouse, do you have any rapper friends?
Well, I don't use the term friend very loosely. So, rapper friend? No. I don't have any rapper friends. Fab, I hold in a really high regard. Him and I have a great relationship, and we'll always have a great relationship.
Do you guys reminisce about those mixtape days when you guys were both coming up killing a mixtape?
No.
No?
No, Fab is silly like I am. So, a lot of times we just talking, we just kicking it about silly shit.
Yeah.
Like, we never go that far back. We don't even really ever talk music like that, for the most part.
Yeah.
We just are silly.
I remember one of the lines that I don't know if I ever asked you this, but I remember one of the lines you spit. You said the only thing people are checking for is jump off in 50, and that really was the case back then when you guys both came. So they came in the same time, right?
Yeah, around the same time.
And it was really, if Joe Budden was on the mixtape, you were buying it. If 50 was on the mixtape, you were buying it.
That is true. Boy, I sound old when we really go back down memory lane that way. A lot of you new kids and younger people have no idea what we're talking about right now. But yeah, that was the case at one point.
It really was. And what was that time like for you? Coming in young, arrogant, dope as fuck, killing shit, because it was a different type of ferocity that you were spitting back then.
What's funny is I'm probably much more arrogant today. If I'm arrogant, which according to people that watch couples therapy, I am arrogant. But no, back then I wasn't very knowledgeable. I didn't know very much. I just knew that I could rap, and I wanted to rap 24/7. So I literally rapped 24/7 on every mixtape. There was a different piece of work, a different verse. You know, never just a 16 really, not for the most part. So good times back then. Those were good old days when mixtapes were thriving and people were getting record deals based off mixtapes. You know, that was real good.
You did a play off Common's I used to love her.
Love I'm Good.
Yeah.
First verse, climate of hip hop, talking about it. Which is kind of like an extended version of a song I did a few years back called Who Killed Hip Hop, which is a 15-minute long basically breakdown of how we got where we are back then, and I forgot what year it was, and maybe who's at fault. So that's a recurring thought for me as hip hop constantly evolves and changes and morphs into something totally different than some of the older heads are used to. You wonder, you know, what steps were taken for us to get here. So that's what we did.
You getting your own show, reality show? You ever thought about it, like doing like, your own shit?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Like, what would that show be? I watch games show and think I could do that. Like, I hate people. I hate people.
Yeah.
So for me to have to sit there and talk to a bunch of women and go take a test and go jump off the bridge and go do that, I don't know that I could do that. But it would be entertaining. So, you know, sometimes I feel like I'm not really good for reality TV because of my persona and the way that I'm made up. And then I watch myself on national TV and I say, that's pretty entertaining. So, you know, depends on how I feel at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you. I know you got.
No. I want to thank you, Blogzilla. You are great. I appreciate you taking this time to sit with me, and it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much. We roasted some of your tweets too. You're really good on Twitter. And
I've been trying to fall back. I've been trying to not tweet as much. I have been trying to.
Why?
Because I'm the only rapper that tweets.
Yeah, no one tweets anymore.
Currency tweets. He's great. I can't think of one other rapper that tweets. So in my brain, there has to be a reason that no rappers are tweeting. It can't be. They all just don't have a personality.
Yeah.
So a lot
of them don't.
I don't know what it is. But you know, when you tweet so often, depending on how they take it, like some people take it like that's amazing that he's engaging with his fans and he has that dialogue with them. And then some people take it as, why the fuck does he have time to tweet all day? So, I mean, it depends on how I feel. But I have been trying to tweet less. And then you got women that stalk your tweets and want to play detectives and piece shit together. Like, I don't really have time for any of that.
Yeah, I feel you. Twitter.
Oh yeah, cause you got them, money. Yeah.
I do not have them. I wish I don't get me in trouble. That's our show, folks. Join us next time we juggle 14 bottles of Hennessy blindfolded while doing the Millie Rock on every block.
Hey,
Yes.
What's going on? It's your man Joe Budden, and you already know what it is. You are checking out Global Prime.